Hi, in the last video we talked about how to create this kind of custom 404 pages in Plotly Dash, right? Now that video we ended some with on this particular note, like how we can change this string over here. If you see it, like by default it is showing like not found 404, right? This particular string in that browser tab over here, right? As a title of this particular tab over here. So generally, if you see, like if you go to any website which is already in production, so generally they will show something like page not found or something like that, right? So how we can change this kind of details in Plotly Dash, so that we'll discuss in today's video. So if you see, like if I just go back to home, for home page it is actually showing up home. For fundamentals, how neural network learns page, it is showing up like this particular string, like how NN learns. And similarly for model showcase, basically it is showing up this one over here. So by default looks like, if I just go back to our code and go to our pages, so by default basically it takes the name of this Python file to show something over there as the page title over here. Okay, now to override this one, so what we need to do is, when we'll be defining a particular Python file as page over here, just like we do it for this home page or how NN learns page, or let's say even not 404 found page and showcase page, right? So everywhere we use this register page to register our page, right? So here we give basically the details. Now if you are familiar with HTML, so in the HTML head tag we give like lot of metadata information, like the character say, the title of the page, the description, image, right? So that is the similar concept what we are applying over here as well. Okay, so here you can set basically those meta tags, like the title is basically used for setting up the title of the page. So let's say if I just, for our home page, if I just say title equals to, if I just say Plotly deep learning app, if I just mention this one, so instead of home, it will basically, currently it is showing up home over here, right? Home, that it will show up that particular string over here. So if I just save it, and after deployment, if you go over here at the home page, so you'll see this one over here. Okay, so this is what it is. And there are another two things called description and image, which you cannot see directly over here. So those things are used for, let's say, social media or any kind of chat client. You will be using it there, right? And you will be sharing your website link over there. So there, if you see, you have noticed over there, like they display a particular cards there, right? Like with an image, then a particular description over there, right? So that image and description basically used for that purpose. Okay, so for home page, so let's say, like if I just set the description, you will set something like this one over here. Okay, so let's say deep learning simplified. I'll just give something over here. Probably I won't be able to show it to you now. Probably when we will be deploying this particular app in our Google Cloud, right? So that time probably we'll try to see it, like whenever we'll be sharing in WhatsApp or somewhere, how it will show up over there. Okay, and similar way, image. So this image have two things. If you see it, like image and image URL. So if you are setting up image, you need to basically choose a file from your assets folder, okay, to display over there. So I can just write something like image logo2, which I already have over here, right? So logo2.png, something like I can put it over here. Okay, so this particular image will be displayed whenever we will be sharing in our social media or chat client. Okay, now as this title has some default values like the file name, the description has default value of none, and image has three kind of default values. So if I just go back to the Plotly documentation for meta tags, so if you do not mention the image name over there. So either it will take from the so every case it will take from the assets folder only. The image has to be there in the assets folder. Now it will search for three things one by one. Whenever one is matching, it will basically go ahead with this one. So first thing it will search is the module dot extension. That means, so for, let's say, for home page I do not mention any image file name. So in the assets folder it will search for home.jpg, or so it supports basically a lot of file formats if you see it over here. Okay, so these things, or it will support a file name called app dot this extensions over here. Okay, if it does not find a file name with module, if it find, it will go ahead with this one, or if it does not find this one, it will switch to this one. If it does not find this one, it will switch to this one over here. So that ultimately it will search for logo dot any extension file it's supported over here. Okay, but anyway, you can give any file name which you have in your app dot, basically in the assets folder of your app. Okay, which I have given it over here. So we did it for our home page. So similar stuff we can do it for our other pages as well. So let me copy this one. So for how neural network learns page, so I can mention the title something like this one here, like how neural network learns over here, right? So description, even all these things are optional over here. If you want, you can give some description over here as well. I'll just give for now the same description whatever we are giving it over here as a page title, and I will not mention any logo over here. Okay, or any image over here. I can mention a logo over here as well. Okay, or I can at least have some kind of logo which basically have some neural network drawn there. Okay, for now I'll just keep this logo2.png. Similarly for not found, this is very important. I do not want to mention description and logo over there, so I can just mention the title over here. Okay, something like page not found here. Okay, so page not found here, page not found. Okay, so you can give anything you want over here. Similarly for showcase.py also, for now I'll just mention the title over here, like deep learning. Let's say I'll just give deep learning models over here. Okay, for now. So this is how you would be basically setting up these things, meta tags for your app. So for homepage you already have seen that. For neural network learns page, so this is how it will be displaying. Showcase page, it is how it will displaying. And if I go to any other page which we still not implemented, let's say login, which we will be implementing later stage. So there basically it will show up like page not found over here as well. Okay, so this is how you will basically using this title, description and image to set your meta tags over here in your Dash apps over here. Okay, so hopefully this video was helpful. See you in the next video.